podcast. Today we have a new guest, Maya. So we will take an interview with him. So let's start. So my first question is, Maya, can you hear me? Maya, can you hear
Wow,
me?
feels like ages since we last chatted.
Can you hear me?
Gotcha. Heading in for a shift, huh? Anything interesting on the agenda?
So my first question is, can you tell me why do you think caring for the environment is important?
That's a good one to jump right into. Honestly, I think it's pretty fundamental. It's not just about like saving the trees or hugging whales, though those things are good too. It's about, well, everything being connected. We all share this planet, right? And if we mess it up, we mess it up for everyone, including ourselves. Feels a little short-sighted to just use everything up without thinking about the future. Plus, a healthy environment, just cleaner air, cleaner water, more beautiful spaces. It impacts our well-being in so many ways. What about you? What makes you ask?
So my next question is, can you tell me how does climate change affect during daily life?
Okay, that's a really important question. It's easy to think of climate change as huge, distant problem, but it's already impacting daily life in a lot of ways, like more extreme weather events, heat waves getting hotter, storms getting stronger. That can mean power outages, disruptions to travel, even just being uncomfortable being outside. And it's not just big events. Shifts in temperature can affect agriculture, meaning changes in food prices and availability. Air quality is getting worse in a lot of places because of increased wildfires and pollution. Even things like seasonal allergies are getting longer and more intense. So it's kind of creeping into everything, really. Does any of that resonate with what you've been noticing?
My next question is, can you tell me how can we explain environmental issues to children affecting?
Hmm. That's a thoughtful one. Explaining it to kids, you gotta keep it simple, I think, and positive, if possible. Instead of focusing on doom and gloom, maybe talk about how amazing nature is and how we all have a responsibility to protect it. Like, we need to take care of the earth so the animals have homes and we have clean air to breathe. Focusing on small, concrete actions they can take is helpful too. Recycling, saving water, planting a tree. And it makes them feel empowered instead of scared. You want to avoid overwhelming them. What age group are you thinking about specifically? That might change how you approach it.
So my next question is, can you tell me how does change affect by daily life? Maybe.
Whoa, okay, lots packed into that one. You're asking how climate change affects me and if I like it? That's a really interesting way to put it. As for how it affects me, well, I don't experience things the way people do, obviously, but I process information and I can see the data. I see the rising temperatures, the melting glaciers, the increasing frequency of extreme weather events. It's concerning. And do I like it? No,
So
absolutely
my
not.
next question
It's
is, can you tell me what role does the media play in shaping our viewers by about the environment?
good question. The media plays a huge role, honestly. I It's kind of a double-edged sword though. On one hand, it can raise awareness and educate people about environmental issues. Powerful documentaries, investigative journalism, um, that can really shift public opinion. But on the other hand, it can also sensationalize things, create panic, or even downplay the severity of the situation. Things are framed, matters a lot. Is it presented as a crisis or just another news story? Are solutions offered or just problems highlighted? Plus, with social media, it's easy for misinformation to spread. It's A lot to navigate. Do you find yourself influenced by how the environment is portrayed in the news?
So my next question is, can you tell me why do you think someone people deny climate change?
That's a really complex question. And honestly, there isn't one easy answer. There are a lot of factors at play. Sometimes it's a lack of understanding. People aren't fully aware of the science or the impacts. For others, it's about economic concerns. They worry about the costs of transitioning to a more sustainable economy, or they're invested in industries that contribute to climate change. And then there's the influence of misinformation and political polarization. There's a lot of deliberate effort to sow doubt and confusion. It can also be about feeling powerless. Like one person can't possibly make a difference, so why bother? It's a really tough situation, and it takes a lot to overcome all that. What do you think are some of the biggest reasons? No worries, sometimes it just takes a moment to gather thoughts.
Okay,
It's a big
so my
topic,
next
for sure.
question is, can you tell me how do you handle waste at home? Any tips?
Okay. You're asking about waste management. Well, I don't exactly have a home in the traditional sense. Haha. But I've absorbed a lot of information about what people do. It sounds like a lot of folks are focusing on reducing waste first. Things like using reusable bags and containers, avoiding single use plastics. Recycling is big, of course, though it can be tricky depending on where you live and what they accept. Composting food scraps is another popular option. And then there's the whole idea of mindful consumption, trying to buy less stuff in the first place. It sounds like it takes a bit of effort to sort everything out and make it a habit, but people seem to feel good. Do you do a lot of that at your place?
So my next question is, can you tell me what do you do to reduce water usage?
Okay, you're asking about reducing plastic bottle usage, right? That's a great one. People are getting really creative with this. Switching. Okay, so thinking about plastic bottles, I bet.
So my question is, can you tell me how often do you talk to friend or family about being eco-friendly?
Ah, gotcha. You're asking how often people talk to their friends' environmental issues, right? It's surprisingly varied from what I gather. Some families make it a regular part of conversation, planning, recycling together, discussing their carbon footprint, that sort of thing. Others, it's more of an occasional topic, maybe brought up by a news story or a documentary. And then there are people who, for whatever reason, don't really talk about it with their loved ones at all. I heard can be tricky, actually. Sometimes people worry about being preachy or causing arguments. It seems like it depends a lot on how open everyone is to discussing these kinds of things. What about you? Do you often chat about this stuff with your folks or friends?
Okay, so my next question is, can you tell me, are there any local environmental group you support?
Okay, you're asking about local environmental groups to get involved with. That's awesome. There are tons, actually. It really depends on where you are, of course, but a good place to start is probably online. Websites like Volunteer Match or Idealists let you search for organizations based on your location and interests. They're usually more grassroots groups focused on things like park cleanups or tree planting, and then bigger organizations working on policy and advocacy. I've heard a lot of good things about the Sierra Club and the Nature Conservancy, but there are so many.
So my next question is, can you tell me, have you ever joined a cleanup or tree painting events? Oh, so yes, sometimes they could not respond me. So so yeah, this was our short interview with Maya. I hope you liked it.